Not too long ago, the playoff hopes looked pretty hopeless, but
well, now
things have changed a little bit.
Things just a little bit. It's too bad that the Pacers don't have to play Orlando tonight because Shaq's going to be out for a while. More on that in a second. They do get the Bullets tonight, though. The Pacers have less than a month to get into the NBA playoffs, and it's got to start tonight with the worst team in the Eastern Conference in town. The Bullets and Pacers tip off at 7:30 at Market Square. And here's how the playoff race stacks up. The Knicks have moved a half game ahead of the Bulls, with Cleveland 5 back and the Celts 7.5 behind. New Jersey is in 5th, 6.5 games ahead of the Pacers, with Atlanta, Charlotte, and the Magic in shouting distance. The Pacers can move back into a tie with Orlando with a win tonight. Here's how the Magic pulled ahead of the Pacers. They beat the Pistons last night. Dennis Scott came off the pine, hit 7 of his first 9, and finished with 26. But here's where it gets really interesting. 2 minutes to go. Shaquille O'Neal and Bill Laimbeer down low. Laimbeer wraps up Shaq. Then Alvin Robertson tries to play the peacemaker. Bad move. Steps in on Shaq. They exchange words, and Shaq just hauls off and nails him. Well, he was thrown out. Today, Shaq was suspended for a game and fined $10 grand. Robertson's been fined $7,500. So Shaq, Orlando does have a game Thursday, so he won't miss Friday night's game here. But what about that fight, Shaq?
I was walking through the free throw line, Alvin Robertson grabbed me. And I said, Alvin, get off me. He was talking rookie this, and I shut up, and as he walked away, he hit me in my so to speak. So it was a retaliation blow, and I just, punched him in his face.
These guys aren't machines. You just don't press buttons and things go into automatic. There's a lot of human feelings out there, a lot of emotions, frustrations, disappointments that all enter into this thing.
Matt, I don't think it was a button that the guy pushed. Actually, Jersey's Derek Coleman was thrown out of last night's game with the Sixers for throwing sort of that punch at Philly's Armand Gilliam. He's been fined $5,000 and ordered to take boxing lessons. Okay, so he was just fined, but Gilliam was fined $2,000. Now to the good stuff. The Bulls and the Suns last night. Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan colliding for the second and final time this regular season. Could see him again in the finals, though. Cedric Ceballos, though, stole the show in the first half. Had 21 of his first 27 in the first half for Phoenix. Just 2 there on the nice feed from KJ. Back came the Bulls. Jordan had 23 of his 44 in the first. The prettiest 2 right there, or left there, as the case may be. But Sir Charles and the Suns just wanted this one more. KJ to Barkley, he had 26. The Suns won at 113-109. They have the best record in the league, but how important is that?
So I wish people would start giving us a little credit and stop talking about how small our team is. And that nitwit in the paper today call us pretenders. It's unfair. Hey, would you guys relax?
I love Chuck. I can't wait for him to come here on Sunday. Well, IU's Cal Bertini and Purdue's Glenn Robinson are 2 of 10 finalists for the Wooden Award, college basketball's Heisman Trophy. They'll announce the winner next Wednesday. Carolina's Eric Montross from Indianapolis is another finalist. The NCAA tournament's down to the Final Four, and the NIT has its dynamic duo tonight. Minnesota and Georgetown meet for the first time ever in a 9 o'clock tip for the title. Highlights on Road to the Dome tonight at 11. Well, Vinny Testaverde has traded one ugly uniform for another. He's now a Cleveland Brown after spending 6 underachieving years with Tampa Bay. The '86 Heisman winner signed a 1-year free agent deal said to be worth almost $2.5 million. Righteous bucks for a backup. Bernie Kosar is still #1 in Cleveland. Testaverde backed Kosar up when they were both at the University of Miami. Well, if you're one of those people who never could keep straight the Wales Conference from the Campbell's Conference or the Patrick Division from the Smythe, take heart. The National Hockey League is changing the names of its conferences into Eastern and Western, with divisions named Atlantic, Northeast, Central, and Pacific for next season. But this is the league that has a team called the Mighty Ducks. So, and Razor Shines will be in an Indianapolis Indians uniform again this summer, but not as a player. The Tribe says they can't keep Razor on the 23-man opening day roster, but he'll start the year as a coach and perhaps be activated later in the year. I asked Razor recently why he just can't get baseball out of his blood after 15 years as a pro.
That is the only thing that keeps me doing it. I love the game. On the level that I'm on, I mean, we don't make that much money. You make $40,000 a year just playing baseball on this level. So, it's definitely not the money. But there are other things you do. You make lifetime friendships, and you do some things that might lead toward bigger things in life.
I'm going to miss him as a player. I'm going to miss hearing that. Razor Shine!
He'll be in there before
He'll
the
still
season.
be around. He'll be the manager of this team one day.
Yeah, that'd be great.